I wanna touch you underneath the disco lights. I wanna love you. I wanna wrap you in the night, in the night.
And so, a quiet, humble, respectable Negro who has had the unmitigated temerity to feel sorry for a white woman has had to put his word against two white peoples. The defendant is not guilty. But somebody in this courtroom is. Now, gentlemen, in this country, our courts are the great levelers. In our courts, all men are created equal.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hardcora.
And I'm Conchita. We are the B-Girlz, and we are QuaranQueened.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Week 12 of QuaranQueened. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are now streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Please feel free right now to share the stream. Joining me tonight is Conchita. Conchita, darling, how are you doing tonight?
Cora, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm not too bad this week. Thank you for asking.
Good. It's always great to spend Sunday nights with you. It's the highlight of my week.
Aw, thank you. It's mine too. So, what were you up to this week? Coyotes? Any coyote attacks? Anything?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, last week I saw coyotes, and I thought, oh yeah, coyotes, whatever. And then a very good friend, Mark, sent me an article that scared the panties off of me. It was that in Ottawa, the coyotes have been attacking peoples.
Oh my!
In the South Riverside area of Ottawa.
Oh, Ottawa.
Like one guy was delivering a newspaper and like grabbed his shin. He was walking to deliver a newspaper and grabbed it, and you saw like a picture of the bloodied leg from what the attack. And he kind of yelled and threw papers and everything at it, and then he ran back to his car. And you know what he said then? I'm not delivering papers. He went home, and then he went to the hospital, got it checked out. Like, it was pretty severe. And then someone else also got attacked, and it was not good. And then the thing that really scared me is the head of wildlife in Ottawa. She says, they're not behaving any more unusually than any other year. This is typical for what coyotes do. I went, what do you mean this is typical for coyotes? They're attacking people? I've been seeing coyotes for quite a while. So it threw me off my running game.
Oh.
I didn't want to go running. I was supposed to go running on Monday, and I went or Tuesday, and after I saw that on Monday, I went bike ride. And like I kind of just avoided it and everything. And so I got really scared. And then another day I avoided it. And then like yesterday is Saturday. I didn't go early in the morning, which was like a week before, at 7 a.m. I saw the coyote with the cubs, and I'm going, no, I'm going to go the time I hate the most when everyone is out there cycling and running. So I went out at high noon because everyone knows, coyotes don't come out at high noon or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
I don't know. Or people are going to be there. I had to put on my patient hat because people are going to unsocial distance me as they cycle by and breathe on me and stuff. But I thought that was better than a coyote attack.
For sure.
But yes, yesterday something else happened. I was not attacked by coyotes, but I was attacked by birds. Birds, yes, birds. I'm running on this little strip of like a little off-piste area that I thought was relatively free of coyotes. And coming the other way was two people on bikes. And so one of us had to get out of the way because it's like really, really narrow. And normally I step out of the way, but as I was running, all of a sudden I feel bonk, bonk on my head, just conk. And I'm going once every like 5 seconds. And I'm like, oh, I've heard about this. I've heard about this from other runners. A friend who would go in the ravine system says there's a bird over at blah, blah, blah corner when you turn the bend, before the bridge, before the river and the big rocks. He says there's a bird there that comes down and attacks people on the head, runners on the head. It's defending a nest. So I heard about that years ago. And so I went, okay, this is now my bird attack. And I kind of saw a little fluttering, but barely, I'm wearing a cap. And it's like, oh, so then these people are coming. I would normally be very polite and step off the path, let them go because they're on a bike. It's harder. They've got equipment, right? So I just went into a sprint to get away from this bird and to pass these people as quickly as possible. And I just sprinted and I just yelled as I went back, I'm being attacked by a bird. And then I kind of then went and then, okay, for like 10 seconds, I didn't feel a clunk on the head. So I went, okay, I guess I'm past it. But I went out onto the proper road that's there, like that is there on my secret location.
Yes.
And then I looked down to where I came from to see whether I could see any scuffle or anything else. Was the bird going to attack the people with the bike? I saw another runner with a white cap on, and the bird was attacking him. Oh, the humanity! Oh, the humanity! The bird was just bonk,
oh my
flying
God!
Bonk, funk. He didn't know what was going on. It was a crazy bird. It's got me rethinking my activities. I can't swim because of COVID. Like I'm running. So I don't know.
Wait! You can't swim because of COVID.
Well, I used to swim over at some very nice pools in the city, but they all closed the pool.
Okay.
Now, right?
I thought you were going to tell us some sort of new blockbuster thing where if you get in water with someone who has COVID, you've got it.
Well, I mean, if you're doing lane swimming, you're getting pretty close contact with people. So I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
anyway,
no coyote attacks, but bird attacks. Cora, how was your week?
My weekend was, I think, less eventful than yours. I have started, after seeing my reflection in the mirror, I'm like, I have got to lose some weight. I've gained some poundage here in quarantine. So, I've started, it's like, okay, I'm going to go for like a super bike ride today, which was yesterday. And so I just jumped on the bike. It was a beautiful day. I went down to the Leslie Spit. I've only been there once before because I usually have a dog and they won't allow dogs. And
Yes,
I was by myself on the bike and I just went and it's beautiful. I mean, yes, they could use more trees. But generally, and, all that debris from old homes. I mean, maybe that's, for a landfill site, it's quite beautiful. It
is a beautiful landfill site.
Well, that's what it is. It basically is. It's a glorified landfill. Isn't it?
Well, yeah, okay, so I keep talking about my undisclosed location. That's my undisclosed location. That's where I go running.
Okay.
Yeah. And, I love it. And it's 5K to the tip and then 5K back.
Okay.
I do 15K, so I have to do some loop-de-loops and go off-piste and try to find interesting place because I really try not to repeat segments. But lately I've been repeating some segments, just I didn't want to loop-de-loop. But I love it out there.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. And I even went today, I thought they've closed down sort of like right down by Lakeshore there, going to the beaches, whatever that highway road is there. where that Canadian Tire is. Right? Anyway, all of that is closed off for bikes. So I took a bike ride down to the beaches, and I got there and I just biked by, and then there were a lot of people, and then I turned around and went back.
Oh, too many people? You didn't feel socially distanced enough?
Well, there's just a lot of people. You know, it was like yesterday at the Leslie Spit when I was, it's out, it's open, there's no one around, but then you're forced to go on this bridge that's made for like, one person to go across it. And it's people with bikes, it's children, it's couples, and everyone's like on that thing, taking a picture. And it's like, out of my way.
I'm a pro, so top tip, you don't have to cross that bridge.
You don't? Oh.
No.
Because I came to the end of that and I was like, I guess I have no other way to go.
I never cross the bridge and I go everywhere. What you do is as you come into the spit, there is like a little engagement center, that looks like buses would stop there, right?
Okay.
Then you go the next little bit and then you see on the left side a little turnoff road and it says unassumed road.
Yes.
And there's like a chain link fence. You go on that. And then you go onto some part of the spit called the Indictment.
Oh.
Yes, that's the Indictment. And in between that road that you're normally on and the Indictment road, there's 3 ponds, essentially, that connect to the lake.
Okay.
And so you can go all on that outside leg all the way up and then go to a secondary top of the Indictment. Then you can come down around that bay, and then you can go to a section called the Flats. And then you can go from the Flats through this back area where nobody goes, across this crazy BMX bike track.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I met the guy this year who's building it. It's just out of all sort of construction rocks, and he's made these paths and jumps and everything that people can do. It's very super secret. And that's between the Flats and the lighthouse point. Nobody knows how to get there. I know how to get there.
Oh, we're going to have to go.
But that's where the coyotes are.
Maybe we'll do one of our shows from there, live. No, it's too far to walk with drag. No. I've just nixed it.
We'll cycle. We'll cycle. And then
it's too much work.
I know drag. Drag and athletics, I don't think go hand in hand.
No, they never did, or will.
Like red drag.
All right.
Anyway, Cora, here's a little cheers.
Cheers, and cheers to everyone watching at home tonight.
I'm just having a little warning here. I'm having wine in a tumbler.
So European of you.
Bicchiere in Italiano. So no, but did you not see that little article that Jason sent us?
No, I did not.
This girl in the UK, she thought she would get together with her ex. And so she brought a bottle of wine. She went over to his place and she says, let's have some wine. And then he put it into tumblers and she lost it. She lost her shit. Yeah. And I said that expression with purpose. She lost it. She went out to his porch and took a crap on his porch. He called and had her arrested. And now she's in the headlines for being so annoyed that he was drinking wine out of a tumbler and poured wine in a tumbler for her. She took a crap on his porch.
Wow.
And that's good news today.
Oh, damn, we should have had it for that section. Oh, well, cheers, everyone. All right.
Cheers,
now,
everyone.
Coming up later on in the show, I have an exclusive one-on-one with naked freelancer, actor, and playwright Chris Harder. And joining us tonight on the QuaranQueened Stage is Canada's premier comic drag queen, Vicki Lix.
Oh, and remember, I love those two. I love both of those. And remember, we love our audience participation. So please type your comments and questions in the comment section, whether on YouTube or on Facebook or if you're on Twitch, and we'll respond. I've got a little consolidator here, so let's take a look at who's saying stuff.
It seems the comment
Facebook
section is down here in the software, so I can't post them, but we can read them.
Well, okay, someone did post in. So Jay Gary says, let us get another cocktail before you begin and make our Sunday night. Okay, great. So yes,
Oh,
Gary.
lovely.
And then Kyle says, Kyle from Ohio here again.
Oh,
Hi, Kyle. Hi. Well, look at that. My husband and I would have been making our annual trip to Ontario next week, but with the border still closed, maybe we can get a boat and sneak across Lake Erie. That's a great idea.
oh. A dangerous idea, but a great idea.
You know, there's a lot narrower crossings. I'd try Lake St. Clair. I mean, it's a much more manageable lake. It's not even called a Great Lake, but it's on the chain. So just top tip
That's great.
from booze smugglers. So, yes. Oh, so, okay, then someone else is saying the stream isn't showing up on Facebook, just an FYI.
Oh.
But, okay.
Well, that's weird. I'm seeing it now on Facebook.
And then Anita also says, hello, girls. I'm here on YouTube because there was a problem on Facebook. Unable to share your stream from there. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Should we just jump off this and I'll reconnect us right away and maybe see if
Let's
it clears
do
that up? Okay.
Let's do that. Okay.
Testing. Is this thing on?
Are we broadcasting?
Are we online?
Facebook blocked your vid tonight, Kevin Bailey said.
How dare they?
What?
Who do I speak? Where's Mark Zuckerberg?
I'll
Okay,
punch
are
him.
we live now?
I'm gonna check it out.
Is our producer listening upstairs to let us know if we're live on live?
Facebook, checking out Facebook.
I can't tell. Is anyone out there watching? If so, please comment so we know that we're online.
Well, it says, okay, it's given me now a notification that the videos are live. on
Okay,
Facebook.
now I'm live.
Yes. You are on. Oh, here we go.
Oh, are we on?
Okay, yes, you are on. I think it's working. Everyone says it's
is it working?
and I see it. And I see it.
Okay. Are we
Great.
back?
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yes.
You know
yes,
what?
we're back on track.
We're back on track. Okay. So, for those of you who missed it, coming up tonight, we have Chris Harder, a one-on-one with him, actor, performer, writer, and of course, Vicki Lix is coming up on our QuaranQueened Stage with a video performance. Oh, well, I'm glad things are working again.
Just saying again, I love Chris Harder and I love Vicki Lix. And, I had such a good time with her, hanging out with her. And she's one of the people I just learn a bit more about. And same with Chris Harder. Who doesn't like Chris Harder?
I know. Oh, I'm seeing Facebook comments coming in now in the software. So I'm guessing now everything is all right. Hey, thank you, everyone, for your patience. Okay, we're back.
And thank you for flagging. Yes, good.
Yes. Okay.
Good. Yeah.
Where are we now, Conchita? Oh.
Well, it's just time for our sponsor now.
Oh, great. Who do we have this week?
Well, my good friend Nancy Peperoncini, she is a big fan of the show. And after the Kingswood group dropped out, she was a doll and she stepped up. She's got that meat store. Yes. And so she's been sponsoring us. So I highly recommend her meat store. She's got good meat. And particularly her sausages, Italian sausages, you should definitely try them for your barbecues or whatever. So, and I always love saying this. So now a word from our sponsor.
And now a message from Nancy Peperoncini of Peperoncini Meats.
Hi, I'm Nancy Peperoncini. I'm here today just to chat with you. We're living in troubled times. Global emergencies, social tensions, and high meat prices. And I just want to let our customers know we're here for you. with a sale on all of our meats, especially meats that your family loves to gobble down. Ground beef, only $6.49 a pound. Great for burgers in the backyard. Thick smoky bacon, only $8.55 a pound. Great for any brunch. And veal chops, only $16.99 a pound. Great for Sunday night dinner. And we've got great prices on all our meats, all the time. Not like those fucking bastards at Macelleria Toscana who think they can undercut our sale items. If they do it again, I'll go over there and cut their fucking throats like fucking pigs and then put that meat on sale. So come in for a community-friendly shopping experience. Pepperoncini Meats. We're here for our community.
You don't want to get on her bad side.
Oh, she's got a heart of gold, Cora. You know, I mean, she had she was telling me, I mean, she was having a lot of problems with that other butcher shop, the Macelleria Toscana. Okay. And they were basically watching whatever she was advertising. And, you know, she has to pay for advertising. She's paying us, right? And then undercutting her sale prices. And she's already doing everything at cost. So they're basically price dumping. It's very, very unfair. So because she's advertising, so it was causing like some huge problems.
Well, I'm sure that other business won't be around for much longer.
Well, they won't if they keep up their very bad tactics, and I don't recommend them at all. I got a steak from there that was very tough.
Okay. Point taken. All right. Well, now it's time for Hot Topics.
Hello and welcome to Hot Topics with Conchita. My name is Conchita. Yes. Okay, Cora. Now, join me, won't you?
Okay.
This week we want to do something light and airy.
Oh.
You know, maybe a little airy-fairy.
Yes, because there's nothing going on in the world.
You know what? We've been dealing with a lot of heavy topics. Like last week it was heavy, and I could go on and on and on.
You certainly
can. But I don't want to. But yes, I can. And you've seen it. And I don't want to. So I asked you, I said, Cora, what can we do that would be socially relevant and just, you know, something different that people aren't seeing a front page? So I'm going to let you do the honors because this was your suggestion.
What? No, Conchita, I just threw the suggestion out. Okay.
Okay. So there is a certain senator who is a conservative in the Republican Party.
Yes. Initials are?
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Yeah. LG teaches LG, initials are LG, and this person was tweeted at or not tweeted at, there was a tweet, it seems.
Yes,
by a sex worker, a porn star, who said, I know that this conservative senator who constantly votes against why don't I just read the tweet?
All right. Here.
There is a homophobic Republican senator who is no better than Trump, who keeps passing legislation that is damaging to the LGBT and minority communities. Every sex worker I know has been hired by this man, wondering if enough of us spoke out that could get him out of office. Well, isn't that interesting?
Yes.
I wonder who that could be.
I don't know. LG.
LG. Well, you know, it turns out that is none other than homophobe number one, Lindsey Graham.
Yes.
And you know what his nickname is amongst the sex workers?
No, what?
Ladybug.
Why Ladybug?
Apparently, when he's on all fours, waiting for his sex worker to come in, he's got a lot of moles on his taint. And he goes, those are my ladybugs. I am sorry.
Okay, that's not true. That is not true.
That is what the word
I
on the
want it
street
to be
is.
true. I want that to be true, but I don't believe
Well,
that's true.
do we have any video clips of what a douchebag
We do.
is?
Oh, yeah, you want to see how horrible he is?
Yes.
Here he is at the Kavanaugh trial. Okay.
Okay.
If you wanted an FBI investigation, you could have come to us. What you want to do is destroy this guy's life, hold this seat open, and hope you win in 2020. You've said that, not me. You've got nothing to apologize for. This is the most unethical sham since I've been in politics. And if you really wanted to know the truth, you sure as hell wouldn't have done what you've done to this guy. Are you a gang rapist?
No.
Liar.
I hope you're on the Supreme Court. That's exactly where you should be. And I hope that the American people will see through this charade. And I wish you well, and I intend to vote for you, and I hope everybody who's fair-minded will.
Wow. Somebody
Wow.
needs to get fucked. Oh.
He hasn't had it in a while. He needs to blow up.
Those
he needs to blow up-
ladybugs need a swatting.
He needs to blow off some steam. Some really big steam.
Yeah. Okay. Now here is a very short clip of him talking back when same-sex marriage was approved in the U.S. a few years back.
If I'm president of the United States,
Oh,
here's
if
what
he's
would
going to be
happen.
president, yes.
If you have a church, a mosque, or a synagogue, and you're following your faith, and you refuse to perform a same-sex marriage because it's outside the tenets of your faith, in my presidency, you will not lose your tax-exempt status. If you're a gay person or a gay couple, if I'm president of the United States, you will be able to participate in commerce and be a full member of society consistent with the religious beliefs of others who have rights also.
Oh, thank you. So I can spend money as a gay person.
Yes, he's so generous.
We invite you to take part in commerce.
Yes, his generosity of spirit is. Well, I mean, he engages in commerce as a homosexual.
Yes, he certainly does. But this bears the question. Like, okay, so should he be outed? Is this fair to do? I mean, I think as a general rule, it's not a good thing to out people who aren't ready to come out. He
true.
is 65 years old.
I don't. You know what? I agree. I don't think it's a generous thing to do to out somebody.
Yeah.
I think it is a very kind thing to do not to. But you know what? If he was kind and generous, he would keep his fucking mouth shut when it comes to gay rights and not try to subvert them.
Yeah.
You know? And then people would leave him alone, right?
Yeah.
That's what I would think.
No, he's
I mean, there's
equivocated same-sex marriage to polygamy and slavery. He is and at the Kavanaugh
slavery.
hearings. Come on.
Well, I don't know. I'm assuming he's a religious conservative. Do we have any information on that?
I don't think he's like super crazy religious, but I mean he is going where the votes are going, right, or coming from.
Well,
So
I don't know. It's there's
he
a
voted
term in the
to
South.
yeah.
There's a term in the South that they say.
Okay.
It's called a comeuppance, and he's gonna have his comeuppance.
Yeah.
The Greeks would just call it hubris, but that's too fancy for some Southern. But I love Southerners, to be honest, and they are much more sophisticated than the stereotype gives them credit for. I will just say. Yeah. Well, anyway, we can go on a whole big thing about that.
So yes, he should be outed if he is, because he's doing damage to the LGBTQ, etc. community. And if he wasn't doing damage, if he didn't have some sort of power over people's lives, then it's fine. I mean, there are no issues with sex workers or that he's buying sex. I think that's perfectly fine. But being a closeted homosexual who's out against homosexuals, that is an issue.
You know what, Cora? I just want to make sure I'm clear here as well. I have no issues at all with sex workers, and I feel discrimination against sex workers, and I see it a lot, is something which is not helpful at all. I mean, anyway, I've got a friend, and she lives in an apartment building, and she was all scandalized that a sex worker was operating out of the premises.
Oh,
and she says, "Oh my God, I mean, there could be I could be attacked." And I kind of went, well, I think the sex worker could be attacked. And even more if they live in precarious circumstances. Get over it. You're not going to be attacked. Anyway, but that's my preaching for the day. Anyway, so that is our hot topic. So please leave a comment. And
or not.
Or not. Well, we've got some wonderful comments, and I'm going to be so happy at the next comment break to go back to them. Because you know who you are. I love the people in there. I'm talking about you, Freddie, and Kevin, and and Anita, everyone who's leaving wonderful comments.
All right. And that's was
Hot Topics. Hot Topics with Coach.
Pride Month is finally here, and here to help you all celebrate in style is our good friend, Sous.
Hello, my name is Sous. I'm 10 years old. As you might know, this month is a very special month because it is Pride Month. All month long, I'm going to bring you some very special Sous Pride Month edition. It's very, very sad and unfair that we can't celebrate together. But this is why I'm doing this, people. Let's go! Today, I'm going to be making rainbow grilled cheese sandwiches. Pride Month is amazing because it's one more excuse to put rainbows on everything. Anyway, I'm using white cheddar mozzarella. Mozzarella. You can use any cheeses that you want, but they have to be white because you're gonna color them. Now it's time to put the coloring. Now this is where the sandwich part gets in. You're gonna get your batter. Chop, chop. You're gonna get your bread. Put the bread butter side down. Now start adding your cheese. Now I'm going to flip them. Flip. And flip. Now, if you want it really fancy, you can even add some butter and sprinkles. Whoopsies. Goodbye, everybody. Bye, B-Girlz. Hope you enjoyed my beautiful grilled cheese.
Thank you, Susu, and happy monthly Pride to you, my darling.
Oh, Seuss is wonderful. Always giving it.
Totally.
Always giving it with great tips.
And great, delicious dishes for our viewers. Who doesn't like grilled cheese?
Grilled cheese. Pride
favorite.
grilled cheese.
It's my jam.
Woo.
It's my jam.
Love it, love it, love it. Oh,
And I do like grilled
Susu.
cheese with
Thank
jam.
you. Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so good. I used to have it with ketchup, but now, jam.
Well, jam. I mean, because going with cheese, you can have all sorts of fig compotes that you buy in the gourmet section. If you look at the cheese counter, just on top on the shelf, there's all these jarred fig.
I did a box of cheese from Good
Concoction.
Cheese up the street this week, and it's
Good
like
cheese?
It's called Good Cheese, and it's like $50 for a box, and you get 2 cheeses, crackers, a fig, delicious sweet jammy thing, a little meat thing. Oh, delicious! It's so good.
Well, I mean, I eat low carb, and
I do not.
leading into,
I do not.
Cheese is great on low carb. So leading into this whole thing, I picked up, so many blocks of cheese, that, I looked at, it's like, expires in September. Perfect. 6 months. And, I have frozen lots of Parmesan Reggiano because Italy was in lockdown. I thought, well, we could be without some Italian Parmigiano cheese, especially, Denominazione Origine Protetta, the DOP version of it. But I'm a big Italophile, like I'm having, San Pellegrino, right now. And of course, well, actually, I'm having a Spanish wine as well, just
lovely.
from the
no
Rioja.
box tonight. No box tonight.
No, I'm run out of boxes. The quarantine's going on too long. Ran out of boxes. I'm now on my bottles. So I've been
Good for you.
drinking fucking boxes of white for so long. So now it's time for some red. So this is from the Rioja. And I love the Rioja Valley. And a couple years ago, I went on a wonderful cycling trip through the Rioja into the Pyrenees and into France, where I broke my wrist.
Yes.
Yeah, but it was wonderful.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that.
Oh,
That
yes.
fateful when you were supposed to perform at someone's wedding, and then
Your wedding.
the night before, where you were like, "I broke my arm. I can't perform." You
Wrist,
can
it was-
perform. Anyway,
Well, I mean,
I'll remember that when you're getting married, Conchita. Wait, never.
I'll break my wrist. Yes, well,
All right, okay. Let's quickly check the socials.
I'm not
quickly
the
check the
marrying
socials.
kind, I don't think.
Oh,
Okay.
Jenny Rasico loves the sequel to the Sous. Yes, I believe Sous will be doing a Pride Month celebratory bits all month leading up to Pride.
And Jenny also loves Susu skates. Oh, and Anita says Susu's adorable. Yes, is adorable. Susu is adorable.
But she is
You-
a loud eater.
Yes.
She is. Manners. Someone needs to teach her some
wait a
manners.
sec.
Where
I
are
think
her
that was sound effects that were added in post. That's what I'm just imagining right now. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, well, one of my favorite commenters here, of course, is Freddie Spartz. I love Freddie. Okay, so Freddie said something here. Always like about I think the law firm. No, yes, the law firm. Freddie posted such a funny comment. This is, I had to buy Nancy's meat in a pinch because I didn't have the time to make my own bracciole. Now my aunties think I was the one who did such a good job, and they keep asking me for the recipe, but I'm too embarrassed to tell them the truth. That's the case with everything that Nancy has. I've had a lot of people say that they substituted their sausage for Nancy's sausage.
Oh.
And that everyone said, "Oh my God, your sausage is so delicious. I can't stop eating your sausage now."
It's a salty
And
sausage.
so it's a delicious sausage. I can't get enough of Nancy's sausage, I mean, so that's a problem. And then you have to come clean at some point and say, well, actually it's from Pepperoncini Meats. It's just, everything there is just so good. So
Top drawer,
I agree,
top drawer.
Freddie. It's a very tough one, and your aunties are right to be asking for the recipe, and you might as well just tell them. Yeah, but you did fry it up, so that's at least a point in your favor. Yeah, Anita's saying Nancy has anger issues. Well, no, she's got legitimate complaints.
In her eyes. In her eyes.
Yes. Well, you know.
Yes, yes.
Oh, and Jason Sharman is saying, "Preach, Conchita." I have no idea what that was referring to, but yeah, you know, sometimes they do go on, and thanks for agreeing.
It's much more polite than saying nag. Nagging, Conchita. Nag.
Yes, I know. Nag, Conchita. Nag. Yes. I think
I will silence them by nagging them.
Okay. Well, thank you for social media. We love that everyone is here with us, and we love seeing everyone. And you leave a comment. Just let us know you've dropped by. But now's the time when the B-Girlz go way back in the archive. In 2001, when the rent for a one-bedroom apartment was $870 Canadian.
Wow.
For our friends in Ohio. It was also the year that saw the presidential election of George W. Bush.
Oh, those were,
And
when we thought that was terrible, and now it's like, God, why isn't he president?
Yeah. Wait a sec. Is it? No. That was George Bush Sr. Isn't W the younger one?
Yeah. In 2001.
No. But that's the old senior Bush died then.
2001.
No, he's still alive.
Yeah.
Oh, he saw the election. Oh, so I thought it said the death. I just wishful thinking.
Yeah. You were projecting.
Never mind. I'm going to have some more San Pellegrino right now. That was so weird. Okay, and it's also, here it is. So, and the death of Canada's King of Kensington, who we starred in that series with.
In that
Cora.
series, yes, that we made him famous.
The death of King of Kensington actor Al Waxman.
It was also the year the B-Girlz somehow became makeup experts. Somehow.
Today on Test Drive, we decided we would really go to the experts. We are going to try out a whole bunch of lipsticks, and who better to do it with than the B-Girlz. Hello, girls.
Hello. How are you?
I'm very well. Oh, I'm so delighted to have you. This is Hardcora, by the way.
Hello, beauty expert.
Beauty expert, barbecue.
Fashion expert.
And Conchita.
Avid lipstick user.
So you're very much a fan of lipstick.
Absolutely, we have to have it. It completes a look for a woman, and it's something we would never leave home without.
So let's start with one of the types of lipstick, because I brought a ton of the different ones to try.
As a connoisseur of lipstick, they're just like tasting wines. There's certain ways you have to do it. First, you have to start with smell. Have to smell the cork.
This is magic. Look, it's a perfect pink.
What's it called?
It's a Clarence pink.
Barbecue, that would look gorgeous with that glittery dress of yours.
And it's called Emotion.
Oh, she's going to be all...
Oh, don't cry.
She's going to be weepy.
You're pretty. Don't cry. Next, you want to sort of bring it to your lips and feel the coverage you're going to get.
But you don't want to eat it. Oh, but Cora, you told me that the best technique for lipstick was around the lips and across the teeth.
That's right. Those are for the very high-pressure days when you have to impress a lot of people. That's quite fabulous.
This one
It's absolutely fabulous.
It is absolutely fabulous.
This cargo lipstick, I quite like it.
You like this
I
one?
have to say, good coverage.
This one feels great.
Yeah?
It feels great on the lips. It feels great in the hands. Have you felt this packaging?
Ooh,
I think you need more color. I mean, for green, you really have to be up to green. How about plume? Why don't you try plume?
What is plume?
It looks a little darker. It's a brown.
It's a brown. Browns are in this year, girls.
And this is also good for women's art. I think there's a festival next week.
Lipsticks.
Conchita uses a lipstick brush, and we must discuss the application with the lipstick brush.
Absolutely.
Because I don't really know that it's necessary. You like it?
Well, I like it because I try to feel in right up to the lip liner. Because for me, I try to enhance the shape of my lips. I have very full lips, Not everyone is blessed with beautiful full lips. But nothing really completes a look of the B-Girlz than some special lipstick that we've concocted.
Custom
Yeah,
made.
custom
made.
Custom
Are you
made.
ready?
Should we share it with Karen?
I'm ready. I'm completely ready.
Okay, we're gonna have to give you the little princess makeover.
Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Presto. Here she is, the beautiful princess.
Thank you so much, B-Girlz. I'm fabulous. I've joined the troupe.
Absolutely.
Oh, crazy man.
Oh, you put on her that glitter with that filthy Q-tip. That poor woman.
Well, you know.
Oh. I'm amazed that we were makeup experts.
We look good there. I think we
well, thank God it was filmed in SD.
Uh-huh. I know. Well, we were a lot we had a lot fewer creases back then. That was 2001. That's 20 years ago, girl. And if we can say that we look good now, you know what? I'm happy with how I look now.
Are you? That's good for you.
Vis-a-vis back then, yeah. How about you?
Sure.
Not so much.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, that was a fun day. Karen Von Hahn. And you know what? She reminded me of Sous herself.
Oh, interesting. Well,
yes.
You never know. Sous may have a career in home and gardening television series.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What's next?
All right. Well, earlier this week, Conchita, I had the chance to chat with the raunchy Romeo of burlesque. He's someone who has stripped and teased his way around the world. And soon he will be doing the same into your heart. Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to Chatting with Cora. I'm your host, Cora. Now tonight, I would like to welcome an actor, a playwright, a burlesque performer, and a vegan, but don't hold that against him. Chris Harder, how are you doing? How goes the quarantine?
Hi, Cora. Overall, I think I'm doing fine. And you know what? I have a confession. I think I've renounced my veganhood, or maybe I think I'm like a part-time vegan, which is probably going to enrage all vegans who actually end up watching.
This is controversial. I can't believe we're starting with such controversy.
I was with my boyfriend. We just finished a camping trip yesterday, and I broke down and had a chicken sandwich on the side of the road. And so I just realized for so long, my body was about like eating as much protein as possible. And I think veganism was like a great, again, I'm just like I'm totally co-opting it. It was just a great way to experiment with like not worrying if I didn't eat 250 grams of protein a day and just like, letting my body be what my body feels like being. So I intend to keep doing that, but I probably am going to eat some meat and dairy along the way.
Now, so you're in New York. This is kind of the ground zero of everything that's happening right now in this world. How are you coping?
I feel very fortunate to have a roof over my head and food in my fridge, and masks and hand sanitizer, and that's not the case for every New Yorker. And the other thing, of course, that's happening right now across the United States are protests for Black Lives Matter and over George Floyd, and that the George Floyd Ground Zero started in Minneapolis, and so I believe more is going to be happening in New York this weekend. So there's a lot of unrest and anger and I support all that. And also, I think also what's great about the protest is that people are wearing masks and also trying to be aware that, there's multiple pandemics happening right now. Our virus pandemic in the country and around the world, and our pandemic of extreme racism that infuse so much of America. So that's how I'm doing right now, Cora. I was just thinking too, like it's Pride Month. Stonewall was a riot. It was not a celebration. People didn't go home in their curfew. Like it is like I think as queer people especially, like we can step up more in this month and just really recognize the disparities in our own communities and also the power that we have as queer people that have our own history of being outsiders, and that has changed. You know, I know that's changed in my life, but there's still so many slices of the queer pie that need attention and love and to be held up. So I think that is, and that gives me hope. You know, like we can embrace resistance and being politically active, and we can also, you know, put on a shake and go and like and glitter and celebrate that part of ourselves as well. You know, it doesn't have to be one or the other.
With Pride coming up, I guess that isn't happening. It's not happening here in Toronto. I'm assuming it's not happening in New York City.
Yeah, the official parades are not happening. But you know, there's but then that opens up the virtual space.
Now, have you been doing stuff on the virtual space?
Yeah, I've been doing. I was a part of a few burlesque shows in my own, you know, sector of the nightlife area. And I actually, you know, I do not want to see like Zoom plays and Zoom burlesque shows and Zoom drag become the new norm. But right now, again, I feel like we can embrace that and utilize it as much as we have to, while we're kind of like, you know, whatever that new normal that everyone keeps talking about that we're edging towards.
You're not originally from New York. You're from North Dakota.
I went to school in North Dakota in Grand Forks. And then you know, the summer that I graduated, I bought a one-way plane ticket and I moved to New York. And I just, you know, I think I was very fortunate that I met people along that way that helped open doors for me. And then I just did my best to try and walk through them and, you know, and stay here. You know, I feel like I was very determined to stay here. Come hell or high water, no matter what I had to do or what I had to sell, I was going to stay in New York.
And you started off as an actor?
Well, I was in two plays right away the summer I moved here. One, which was The Toilet by Amari Baraka, and I'm probably mispronouncing his name, but that's, you know, he was an amazing playwright of the Black Arts Movement. And then I got cast in Charlotte's Web for children's theater.
Oh.
I think I moved here in June. And then by September, I was in the Midwest again, touring in this like beat up moving van full of like, you know, young actors with stars in their eyes.
But then you started to create your own shows. I
kind of went from being a children's theater actor to being an out of work waiter to being a go-go dancer. And then from there, I was really lucky, and I found this wonderful burlesque community that I had no clue existed. That embraced me, and you know, and that, you know, and I kind of it's interesting because I feel like through burlesque I've kind of found my way back into theater again. But I think what's amazing about nightlife, no matter if you're in drag or burlesque or whatever your medium is that you start to understand that like the classes that you take in college or the things that you read about in books about being a theater artist, like you can make your own theater and you can be the creator of your own art. And I feel like that's such an empowering aspect of working these kind of non-traditional careers, even outside of like the theater, which has its own kind of traditions.
Now, this past year, you went back to school, playwriting.
It's through producing my shows in burlesque and through kind of creating these burlesque plays that I just felt like it was time for me to try and to just learn how to be a better writer. And I was lucky enough to get accepted into Hunter College. Lots of writing, lots of crying, lots of rewriting and crying again, and then just like, I don't know, binge eating. But yeah, you know, I actually have a play reading coming up July 10th for the Dixon Place Hop Festival, which is going to be a Zoom play, a Zoom reading.
Oh, okay.
But I'll be reworking a piece that was my piece to get into grad school.
So this play, Fuck Off Julia, what's it about?
Fuck Off Julia, it's a dark comedy about sex work in New York City and these two roommates that are kind of represent different slices of the sex worker pie. One is this guy named Michael, who's kind of a fresh face to New York City. And then one is his roommate, Stephanie, who's this dominatrix. And again, is kind of a part of a different world. And And it's not really meant to be a moralizing story whatsoever. I think when I was writing it, I was influenced partly from some of my own personal experiences in the swerfer world, and then also this idea of getting it out more and more that like sex work is real work. You know, artists have been using their bodies to either sell their art or to fund their art for literally thousands of years. So I feel like, you know, as much as we like hashtag sex positivity, it's really important to remember, again, especially in Pride, where like, you know, sex worker trans women led our fight at Stonewall. So it's, you know, it's important to like remind ourselves in a genuine, kind way that like it is possible to be in these communities and still be intelligent, still be well spoken, still be deserving of love, still have a sense of found family. And, you know, like, don't come to my job and knock the dicks out of my mouth, and I won't come to your job. So, you know.
All right, Chris, we've come to the time of the show where I'm going to ask you 11 questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Chris Harder, here are your 11 questions. What's your favorite food?
It's cereal. It's cereal with a scoop of peanut butter in it. I know, it's gross.
What's your favorite movie?
Stonewall, the one from the 90s, I think, where it's like a musical movie.
Who's your favorite musical person or group?
This band called Escort.
What's your favorite podcast?
Shooting the Shit. They get the awful poop stories that we've all experienced, but they also have like a lot of, they just had Margaret Cho on their podcast. They have like legit doctors who specialize in prostate health. So there's like, you know, you get your comedy and then you get your daily dose of how to like keep that tummy running.
What is one of the best moments of your life?
Recently, one of the best moments of my life was getting into grad school. That felt very rewarding. You know, another best moment of my life was packing up and moving to New York. So my life has only continued to get better in ways that I never expected.
Now, what is one of the worst moments of your life?
God, I don't know, Cora. I don't know what the worst moment of my life is. If I'm still here and I'm still able to laugh, clearly my life I've been lucky enough to not have too many worst moments in my life.
Now, how are you filling in your quarantine time?
Personally, I function well on schedule, so I've been trying to set aside writing time. Now, especially in the midst of the protests in the past week over George Floyd, Black Lives Matter, I've been trying to read more and stay up to date on what's happening on social media. I've been trying to spend more time with my boyfriend. Just like we've been putting together a 2,000-piece puzzle. So if you can survive, your relationship can survive that, I feel like that's a good test.
When this quarantine is over, what's one of the first things you're going to do?
I would love to see my family. I have a lot of family actually in Minnesota right now. I'd love to be able to fly home and like physically hug them and be with them. That's one of the first things. And I would also I would love to be able to like congregate with some of my friends.
Tell me one thing people don't know about you.
I'm left-handed.
If we were to go on a date, where would you take me and where would we go?
We could just bounce around the world. I'd take you to the Slip Room in New York for a taste of downtown, below 14th Street burlesque and performance art. I would take you to one of my favorite restaurants in Hell's Kitchen. And then we would cross country lines and we would finish up at Woody's, and we would ideally stumble upon a best chest or best ass contest and watch a new youth be crowned.
Are you a Gold Star gay?
Yeah, I guess I am.
And finally, Chris, what is your favorite sexual position?
I guess I have two. If I'm having like a down and dirty moment, I'm always up for the doggy. But if I want like a romantic, sensuous moment, then a missionary, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's the North Dakotan in me.
Well, Chris, I think I have learned more about you than I ever thought possible. Thank you so much for appearing on Chatting with Cora.
Oh, Cora, thank you. It's been a pleasure. I learned more about myself in the past 30 minutes than I even knew possible. So, many thanks.
Thank you. The talented,
wow,
and handsome, and super smart Chris Harder.
Oh, he's super nice. Down
super
to
nice,
earth.
super intelligent.
Super. super sex positive, super, yeah, do what you want and what you need to do in this world. Chris Harder. I mean,
well, you know,
yeah.
he has a show called Porn to Be a Star that I produced alongside my partner Mark a few years back, and so we met Chris. You had met, yeah, we were all together because we were doing a burlesque show at that time at the Phoenix in Toronto, and Chris was headlining it. So yeah, so that's sort of the introduction to Chris that I sort of had.
Well, we were actually the hosts of this World Burlesque Games semifinals.
Yes.
And Chris was up from New York, and they had people from around the world.
Mm-hmm.
What a nice honor to
sweetest.
Be considered to be in the company of everyone there was really, really interesting and really wonderful. And Chris was super, super nice.
Oh,
and,
people,
and you got
people out there,
of course.
Yeah, no, super nice. He stayed with us. We had such a great time. We helped him bring his show to Toronto, and that was a great week that we got to spend with him. And he's been here a time or two after that. But such a nice guy and super talented. And I did manage to read a bit of like an early draft of "Fuck Off, Julia," and it's fantastic. So
it sounds good.
Yeah,
it sounds good.
It's
Sometimes
great.
I read pictures and I go, I don't know, but no, that sounds good.
Chris is super, super talented. He's super intelligent. So check him out online. We've provided the links. Look for video of him doing burlesque. He's cute.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And his little Wolverine things.
I know. I really like the quarantine hair. It was a really interesting, cute look for him. And and he's become a little more compact as a vegan. Cute too. I love cute looking pack. But anyway, so thank you, Cora. What a great interview. And
thanks,
Chris. Hola,
thank you, Chris.
tal? Yeah.
All right. I think it's now time
for a very good friend of the B-Girlz, Judith.
She's got her act together and she's doing it right. She's Judith.
I think I'm in love. I called up the customer service center of my bank and I spoke to a very, very nice young gentleman there. He was so nice. I just love talking to him. I even made a little joke that it's so sad that he's got a fiance. That's how nice he was. It's so nice when you can just meet and talk to nice people. The next time I call up, I'm not gonna wear any panties.
She's got her act together and she's doing it right. She's Judith.
And thank you, Judith.
Yes, Judith. Wow, I just love the fact that we have someone so put together,
to
represented here on the show.
Yes.
Share her stories, of triumph and
over adversity.
Yes. Over adversity, Judith.
People love those stories. Yes.
I kind of have the, Judith has a deep end and a shallow end, and she swims back and forth quite quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized that's the deal with Judith, Well, I've got a comment from someone saying she's my favorite drunk. Yep. Nailed it.
Oh, we have our first message from Twitter, Conchita.
Oh, really? What?
From Steve Paradise. 2 dudes. Wow. We are ladies.
Yes, well,
we
Periscope.
are ladies.
Well, hello, Steve. Welcome. We broadcast
hello,
on YouTube,
Steve.
on the Facebooks, on the YouTubes, and Twitch as well. But you found us on Periscope. And
Oh.
yes,
Hello.
you know, two sexy dudes. You know, when are you ever going to see this? You know, where are you from, Steve? Are you still on the feed? Let us know where you're viewing from. We'd love to hear.
All right. And while we're waiting for Steve, it's time to move on to the QuaranQueened Stage. Tonight's guest has a background in theater and writing and is one of the few drag artists in Canada whose act is entirely written by herself, bringing stand-up, parodies, and improv to her audiences.
Please give a warm QuaranQueened Stage welcome to the mother of the House of Lix, Miss Vicki Lix.
Get off of me.
Ronaldo, you're on in 5.
I'm what in 5? What?
3.
I can't see the prompter, Henry. How am I? Nobody else is professional about here. I can't even. What? I'm trying to do my job, Henry. What the fuck do you want?
Brandy.
All right. Oh, Canada! The true north, strong and free. I'm Brandy Bernardo. Bringing you the news that matters to you. On tonight's top story, Canada's most wanted, Vicki Lix. It's wanted for stealing Canada's most national treasure.
First things first, I ain't clueless. Being polite, but won't take no rudeness. And lumberjacking is my fitness. Tell my francophone, this poutine is delicious.
Yum, yum.
You wanna know how we all let loose? Katie Lang and Anne Murray in the who's. Land a moose, land a goose, land a spruce. Mucklucks on my feet while I take a frozen deuce. Drinking all this herb straight cause I tap that. Rouge like on Olympics 88 track. A Chinook Shinberg, get your fur hat. Peter Mansbridge, where my news at? I love loonies, always needing more. I've got bad credit from BC to Labrador. I love loonies. Can you spare a buck? I'm in a deficit, got no love. Justin Bieber, you know him, I already bone him. Only drink homo, so sorry, don't drink skin. Turn up that heat notch, it's chilly in my crotch. That's right, you heard me, you ain't looking at no Sasquatch. Give him out to your crime, send him out to your grind. And I swear I grind him so much, I put the loop up on Vine. Give him out to your crime, send him out to your grind. And from my bottom to his top, he like to serve me some time. He gave me loonies, and toonies. Nobody pay me better than Ben Mulroney. So when I ATM, I want my cash to glow. Keep it paper and give me some of that change to throw. I love loonies, always needing more. I've got bad credit from BC to Labrador. I love loonies. Can you spare a buck? I'm in a deficit, got no love. Dimes and nickels make me sad cause they are so great. Call me fickle. Bright gold coins make me scream hooray. Yeah, keep on making it rain. Showered in loonies on the gravy train. Okay, time to revert. Stop throwing loonies, they really do hurt. Politics full of Joe Blows, still electing dope straight out of Skid Rows. Hey girl, don't stop, make that dough. Filling up my double at See Hoes. And how about that weather, eh? Hot and cold, making us bipolar every day. As you tan in San Juan, I'll be up north, gold panning in the Yukon. I love loonies, always needing more. I've got bad credit from BC to Labrador. Can you spare a buck? I'm in a deficit, got no love. Loony, V-I-C-K-I. And toony, V-I-C-K-I. Loony, V-I-C-K-I. Loony, V-I-C-K-I, and Toonie, V-I-C-K-I, Loony, V-I-C-K-I.
That's all the news. Henry! Time for a break. Nothing calms me like a wind chime. What the crap?
Vicki Lix! Vicki Lix! Yay!
Oh, Cora, I just have to say, every time I've seen a Vicki Lix video,
yes,
it's amazing.
It's such high production quality. She's
it's
great.
Awesome.
I mean, the music, the lyrics,
the
shooting, the way it looks, the way she looks. I mean, pretty friggin' great. She's pretty.
Yeah,
great.
know, effort counts, and it's so good. It's I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Please,
It's
everybody,
great.
check out Vicki Lix through the links below. Check out her videos. They're pretty darn great. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh,
Yes.
I was on her podcast in the first year of Squirrel Talk.
That's right.
It was so much fun. And, she reached out to me because she already knew you and barbecue. And so that was my getting to know you moment with her. And it was really nice. And her and Ivory Towers were super, super nice.
Yeah.
And I would do it anytime. I got to get to know them better. Super nice people. We have a great community here in Toronto.
We really do.
Just saying.
It's so great to feature people on the show. All right.
And we've got so many wonderful comments here on social media. Jason is saying, love it, so much fun. Then Dale is saying, sick. Sunshine's going, oh my God, the loon call. Is that, what's the loon call again? How does it go?
However you do that, yeah.
And then also, and also that was awesome. Another one, sick. Oh, and yes, just sick. People love it. And I'm always a huge fan.
That's right.
Amazing.
Check out Squirrel Talk, her podcast as well. All right.
Yeah, please do.
Now, before the end of the show, the B-Girlz want to leave you with some positive and heartwarming stories.
Yes. Perhaps you don't know it, but good news is happening all around us right now, all around the world right now.
That's right. It's time for
Good News Today.
Crayola has just launched a new pack of specially formulated Colors of the World crayons designed to mirror and represent over 40 global skin tones across the world.
The company hopes the colors will finally allow children to creatively and accurately color themselves into the world they see around them.
That is so great. The first hybrid floating ocean platform has been created, and it can generate power from waves, wind, and solar. It slices, it chops. The design is lightweight, scalable, durable, and easy to repair.
When fully outfitted with solar panels and windmills, the platform can generate 26 kilowatts of renewable energy and is far more reliable than wind and solar alone, as most of the energy comes from waves.
Interesting. Local drag queen does good. That's right. Zafonda Cox, everybody. She put on a curbside drag show this past Friday to help lift community spirits and to celebrate essential workers. Let's take a moment and watch Zafonda as Beyonce. There she is with a little kid. And that was
You know what I really enjoyed about that? Because that was in just a suburban neighborhood. Like I grew, and I feel it's so cool that they embrace this performance, and this is neighbors with kids and everything. So you know, times have changed.
Not like when we used to perform and they used to carry the children out of the room. Yeah.
Yes, and shoot guns at us and yell things from the street.
Yes, fucking skanky whores, which I believe was yelled at Broadview and Queen. Yes.
You know, I wear that with a badge of pride. With a badge of pride.
It's always been my favorite quote for the press kit.
Exactly. Yelled from a car
at Broadview
and Queen. Yes. I think they thought we were coming up. Well, we did. We
were outside of Jilly's. So I mean,
we were coming from the curling club where we were doing a performance.
Yes.
But we walked by Jilly's and.
Yeah. We actually have footage of that curling bonspiel that we performed. I was looking through hard drives the other day, and I was like, "Oh my God, we have that!" So.
Wow. Okay. Great.
So.
Well,
who knows? You might see it.
It's been a wonderful, wonderful day.
It's a wonderful day. A whirlwind of a show.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for your participation.
Thank you,
love
everybody.
Seeing comments from you.
Remember, everyone, we're on every Sunday, 8 p.m. Keep washing your hands.
You can see us.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yes, you can see us on Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, YouTube.
We had 2 people on Periscope today. Wow. Things are really looking up for the week. They really are.
Yes, and we got clocked. Wow. Good eye.
I know. I need stronger ring lights. All right, everybody. Keep washing your hands. Stay safe and
stay the fuck home.
Oh, you've made it to the end of the show. Well, click the like button and subscribe so you get to see every live B-Girlz show from now on. Come on, you can do it. Right here. Like and subscribe. Love you.